everyone. Today I want to talk about something deeply emotional, something that many women, regardless of age, background, or status, have experienced at some point in their lives. It is the worst feeling for a woman. Is it heartbreak, betrayal, the fear of not being enough, or the pressure of society's expectations? The truth is, the worst feeling for a woman is not just one thing. It is the pain of being unheard, unseen, and unvalued. It's the feeling of struggling in silence when she has so much to say. It's the fear of losing herself while trying to meet everyone's expectations. It is the heartbreak of realizing that despite all her sacrifices, her worth is still questioned. Women face unique challenges every day, whether in relationships, careers, or personal battles. Yet, the world often dismisses their pain, assuming strength means they don't suffer. But being strong does not mean being unbreakable. Many women go through life feeling unheard and unseen, and this can be one of the most painful experiences they endure. It is not just about people ignoring their words. It is about the deep sense of invisibility that comes when their thoughts, emotions, and struggles are dismissed or overlooked. From a young age, girls are often taught to be polite, to be accommodating, and to put others before themselves. While these values can be positive, they also lead to a culture where women hesitate to speak up for fear of being labeled as difficult, overly emotional, or demanding. This can create a cycle where their voices are stifled, and over time, they begin to believe that what they have to say does not matter. In relationships, whether romantic, familial, or professional, many women find themselves in situations where their concerns are brushed aside. They may express their feelings only to be told they are overreacting. They may share their ideas only to have someone else take credit for them. They may voice their discomfort only to be met with indifference. This repeated experience of being unheard can lead to self-doubt and insecurity. A woman who once spoke with confidence may begin to hesitate before she shares her opinion, questioning whether it is worth saying at all. A woman who once stood up for herself may start to stay silent, convincing herself that it is easier to endure than to fight a battle she cannot win. Feeling unseen is just as painful. It is the experience of walking into a room and feeling like no one truly acknowledges your presence. It is working hard, giving your best, and still being overlooked for opportunities and recognition. It is being there for everyone, but when you need someone, realizing that no one notices your pain. Women are often expected to be the caregivers, the nurturers, the strong ones who hold everything together, but in doing so, they are frequently forgotten as individuals with their own needs and emotions. The irony is that the very strength they show becomes the reason people assume they do not need help. In society, the feeling of being unheard and unseen is amplified. Women's voices have historically been suppressed, and even today they have to fight to be taken seriously in many aspects of life. Whether it is in politics, workplaces, or even within their own households, they often have to speak twice as loud to be heard half as much. When they express ambition, they are called aggressive. When they express hurt, they are called sensitive. This constant battle to be acknowledged can be exhausting, leaving many women feeling isolated and emotionally drained. At its core, being unheard and unseen is not just about others ignoring a woman's words or presence. It is about the deep emotional wound that comes from feeling like she does not matter. It is the loneliness of knowing that her struggles, dreams, and pain are not recognized. It is a feeling that can break even the strongest of spirits, making a woman feel as if she is disappearing, fading into the background of her own life. Society places immense pressure on women, shaping expectations that often feel impossible to meet. From a young age, they are taught that they must fit into a certain mold to be accepted and respected. They are expected to be kind and nurturing, yet firm and independent. They must be ambitious, but not too aggressive, attractive, but not too vain, and successful, but never at the expense of their families. These conflicting expectations create a never-ending cycle of self-doubt and exhaustion as women feel pressured to live up to unrealistic ideals that constantly change depending on the situation. In personal relationships, women often feel the weight of responsibility for maintaining harmony. They are expected to be understanding partners, devoted mothers, and caring daughters, often sacrificing their own needs to ensure that those around them are happy. If they prioritize their careers, they may be judged for not dedicating enough time to their families. If they choose to be stay-at-home mothers, they may be criticized for not being ambitious enough. No matter what choices they make, society finds a way to question them, making them feel as though they are never doing enough or that they are failing in some way. The pressure extends into the professional world, where women are expected to work just as hard as men while still facing obstacles that make success more difficult to achieve. They often have to prove their worth repeatedly, working twice as hard for the same recognition. If they speak up for themselves, they risk being seen as difficult. If they remain silent, they risk being overlooked. This constant pressure to navigate workplace dynamics while also dealing with societal expectations of femininity and grace can be mentally and emotionally exhausting. Many women feel like they are always walking a tightrope, afraid that one wrong move will lead to judgment, criticism, or exclusion. Beyond career and family, women also face immense pressure regarding their appearance. They are bombarded with messages that dictate how they should look, dress, and age. Social media and advertisements reinforce unrealistic beauty standards, making many women feel as though they are not enough. The expectation to always look presentable, stay fit, and age gracefully creates a deep sense of insecurity. Even when they work hard to meet these standards, there is always another expectation waiting, another flaw to fix, another trend to follow. The pressure is relentless, leading many women to feel inadequate, no matter how much effort they put in. Through all of this, women are expected to handle their emotions with grace. They are told to be strong, but not too strong, vulnerable, but not too vulnerable. If they express sadness, they are labeled as weak. If they express frustration, they are seen as difficult. This forces many women to suppress their true feelings, carrying their struggles in silence while pretending everything is fine. The weight of these expectations becomes overwhelming, making it difficult for them to prioritize their own happiness and well-being. When women constantly battle unrealistic societal expectations, they begin to lose their sense of self-worth. They start questioning their abilities, their choices, and their value. Many women feel that no matter how hard they try, they will never be good enough in the eyes of society. This erosion of self-worth can be incredibly damaging, leading to anxiety, depression, and feelings of isolation. When a woman's worth is tied to external validation, whether through appearance, success, or the approval of others, she may begin to feel lost when that validation is absent. Many women struggle with the fear that they are not measuring up to the expectations placed upon them. Whether in their careers, relationships, or personal achievements, they may feel like they are always falling short. This can lead to a constant state of self-doubt, where they second-guess their decisions and hesitate to pursue their dreams. They may silence their voices, not because they lack opinions or ideas, but because they fear that their contributions are not valuable enough. Over time, this internalized doubt chips away at their confidence, making it harder for them to see their true worth. The worst part of losing self-worth is that it often happens gradually. A woman may start with high ambitions and confidence, but after years of being told she is not enough, whether through direct criticism or subtle societal messages, she begins to internalize those beliefs. She may stop advocating for herself, settling for less than she deserves because she no longer believes she is capable of more. She may stay in toxic relationships or unfulfilling jobs because she has been conditioned to think she does not deserve better. The pain of questioning one's own value can be one of the most devastating experiences a woman faces. affecting her mental and emotional well-being in profound ways. Despite their accomplishments, many women feel as though they constantly need to prove themselves, seeking validation from others to feel worthy. They may achieve great things but still doubt their own capabilities. Even when they receive praise, they may struggle to accept it, brushing off compliments or attributing their success to luck rather than their own hard work. This feeling of inadequacy can prevent them from embracing their achievements and recognizing their full potential. Rebuilding self-worth is not easy, especially when society continues to send messages that make women feel inadequate. It requires unlearning years of conditioning and embracing the idea that worth is not determined by external validation. It is about recognizing that women are enough just as they are, without needing to meet impossible standards or seek approval from others. Women deserve to feel valued, respected, and confident in their abilities. They deserve to know that they are more than enough. Betrayal and heartbreak are among the most painful experiences a woman can go through. Whether it comes from a romantic partner, a close friend, or even a family member, the feeling of being let down by someone she trusted deeply can shatter her sense of security and leave emotional scars that last a lifetime. Women often invest their hearts, their time, and their energy into relationships, believing in the bonds they create. When those bonds are broken through lies, deceit, or abandonment, the pain is not just about losing the person, it is about losing the trust, the memories, and the belief in what once felt real. Betrayal shakes the very foundation of a woman's emotions, making her question not only the relationship, but also her own judgment and worth. In romantic relationships, betrayal comes in many forms: infidelity, dishonesty, emotional neglect, or broken promises. A woman who has been cheated on often experiences an overwhelming sense of devastation. She may wonder why she was not enough, what she could have done differently, and how someone who once claimed to love her could hurt her so deeply. The pain is compounded by the fact that she may have given everything to that relationship, sacrificing parts of herself to build a future with someone who ultimately disregarded her feelings. The betrayal is not just about another person being involved. It is about the loss of trust, security, and the belief that love was genuine. This kind of heartbreak can take years to heal as she struggles to rebuild her self-esteem and learn to trust again. Friendship betrayals can be just as painful, if not more so. A woman may share her deepest secrets, fears, and dreams with a friend, believing that she has found a safe space. But when that trust is broken, whether through gossip, jealousy, or abandonment, the sense of loss can be unbearable. Friends are supposed to be the people who stand by her side through thick and thin, and when they turn their backs on her, it can leave her feeling alone and vulnerable. The pain of realizing that someone she considered a sister was capable of hurting her can make it difficult for her to open up to others in the future. She may start to guard her heart more closely, fearing that any new friendship will eventually end in betrayal. Betrayal within families adds another layer of pain. A woman expects unconditional love and support from her family, but when she faces rejection, favoritism, or emotional neglect, it can have long-lasting effects on her self-worth. A parent who constantly criticizes her, a sibling who manipulates her, or a relative who disregards her feelings can leave deep emotional wounds. Many women struggle with seeking approval from their families, wanting to feel valued and accepted, only to be met with indifference or cruelty. This kind of heartbreak can lead to feelings of isolation, making it difficult for her to believe that she is worthy of love and respect. The pain of betrayal and heartbreak does not just fade away, it lingers, affecting the way a woman views relationships, love, and trust. She may build emotional walls to protect herself, fearing that letting someone in will only lead to more pain. She may become hesitant to form deep connections, always waiting for the moment when someone will disappoint her again. The emotional scars of betrayal can shape her future relationships, making her cautious, guarded, and sometimes even unwilling to believe in love again. Beyond personal relationships, women also experience betrayal in society. They are often promised equality, respect, and fairness, yet they still face discrimination, harassment, and systemic barriers. They are told they can achieve anything, yet they must fight twice as hard to be taken seriously. They are encouraged to be independent, yet they are criticized for being too strong. This societal betrayal adds to the emotional burden, reinforcing the idea that no matter how much they give, they may still be undervalued and unappreciated. Many women work tirelessly, hoping to be recognized for their efforts, only to realize that their hard work is often overlooked. In the workplace, they may contribute ideas that go unacknowledged until a male colleague repeats them. They may work longer hours, take on more responsibilities, and still be paid less or passed over for promotions. The frustration of knowing they are capable but still being denied opportunities can be disheartening. It creates a sense of invisibility, making women feel like no matter what they do, they will never truly be seen or valued. The struggle for recognition is not just limited to careers. It exists in households, social settings, and even within relationships. Many women dedicate themselves to their families, raising children, managing homes, and supporting their loved ones, yet their work is often taken for granted. A mother who sacrifices her dreams for her family may never hear words of appreciation. A woman who puts her heart into her marriage may still feel like her efforts are unnoticed. Even in friendships, women often find themselves being the ones who listen, support, and uplift others, yet they may not receive the same in return. The emotional toll of constantly giving without acknowledgement can lead to exhaustion and resentment. Society often expects women to be selfless, to serve without complaint, and to find fulfillment in simply doing for others. But the reality is that every human being, regardless of gender, needs to feel valued and appreciated. When women continuously give their time, energy, and love without recognition, they begin to feel invisible. They start questioning whether their contributions even matter. They may begin to pull away, no longer finding joy in the things that once made them happy because they feel unappreciated. The need for validation is a fundamental human desire. It is not about seeking approval, it is about knowing that one's efforts are seen and valued. When women do not receive that validation, they may begin to withdraw, doubting their own worth. They may stop speaking up, stop trying, and start believing that their presence makes no difference. This loss of recognition can have a profound impact on mental and emotional well-being, making women feel isolated and unimportant. One of the biggest challenges is that women are often conditioned to accept this lack of recognition as normal. They are taught to be humble, to not seek praise, and to continue working hard without expecting anything in return. But the truth is, acknowledgement matters. A simple thank you, a word of appreciation, or even just recognizing a woman's efforts can make a significant difference. When women are valued, they feel empowered. When their contributions are acknowledged, they are motivated to keep striving. However, in a world that often takes women for granted, they must learn to recognize their own worth, even when others do not. They must remind themselves that their work, their love, and their existence matter, even if no one says it out loud. Women deserve to be seen, to be heard, and to be appreciated. They deserve to know that they are not invisible and that their contributions to the world, whether big or small, are meaningful. Women face countless struggles in their daily lives, and one of the most painful experiences they endure is feeling unrecognized and unsupported. They work tirelessly in different roles as daughters, sisters, wives, mothers, professionals, and caregivers. Yet their contributions are often taken for granted. Many women grow up learning that their worth is tied to how much they can give to others. But when their efforts go unnoticed, it creates a deep sense of loneliness and exhaustion. Whether at home, in the workplace, or in society, they are expected to do everything with grace and without complaint. But behind their strength, many women are silently struggling, hoping that someone will notice their sacrifices, acknowledge their hard work, and offer them the support they so desperately need. One of the most common struggles women face is the expectation to be everything to everyone. In the family, they are often the backbone, ensuring that everything runs smoothly. They cook, clean, take care of children, support their spouses, and look after aging parents, often juggling multiple responsibilities at once. Despite doing all of this, their work is rarely recognized. A woman may wake up early, handle house chores, help her children with school, go to work, and still be expected to come home and manage the household without acknowledgement. The emotional weight of carrying so many responsibilities can be overwhelming, yet society has normalized the idea that this is simply what women do. If she expresses exhaustion, she is told that she should be grateful for her family. If she asks for help, she is made to feel like she is failing in her role. This creates a cycle where women feel obligated to push themselves beyond their limits while feeling unseen and unappreciated. In the workplace, women face similar struggles. Many work just as hard, if not harder, than their male counterparts, but still struggle for recognition. They may come up with innovative ideas, take on additional responsibilities, or exceed expectations, only to see their work overlooked or credited to someone else. Women in leadership positions often have to prove themselves repeatedly, while men in the same roles are automatically respected. If a woman is assertive, she is labeled as bossy. If she is soft-spoken, she is seen as weak. These double standards make it difficult for women to feel truly valued in their careers. Even when they achieve success, they often struggle with imposter syndrome, questioning whether they truly deserve it. The lack of recognition in the workplace leads many women to feel discouraged, as if their efforts will never be enough, no matter how much they do. Beyond family and work, women also experience the struggle for recognition in their personal relationships. Many women find themselves being the emotional support system for their partners, friends, and colleagues. They are the ones who listen, offer advice, and uplift others during difficult times. However, when they need someone to lean on, they often find themselves alone. They may hesitate to share their struggles because they do not want to burden others, or they may have learned from experience that their pain is not taken as seriously as others. This emotional imbalance can lead to feelings of isolation and sadness. A woman may pour her heart into nurturing others, only to realize that when she needs the same in return, no one is there for her. This kind of emotional neglect can leave deep wounds, making her feel as though her needs do not matter. Another significant struggle is that women are often expected to suppress their emotions. If they express frustration, they are told they are being dramatic. If they cry, they are labeled as weak. If they stand up for themselves, they are considered difficult. These judgments force many women to bottle up their emotions, pretending to be okay even when they are hurting inside. Over time, this emotional suppression can take a toll on mental health, leading to anxiety, depression, and a sense of detachment from their true selves. Women are constantly asked to be strong, but no one considers the weight of that strength. Strength does not mean they do not feel pain. Strength does not mean they do not need comfort, but because society has conditioned them to endure in silence, many women suffer alone, wishing that someone would recognize their struggles and tell them that it is okay to not be okay. On a larger scale, society often fails to provide the support that women need. While progress has been made in gender equality, many women still lack access to fundamental rights such as equal pay, quality health care, and legal protection against discrimination and abuse. In many cultures, women are still expected to conform to outdated gender roles, limiting their opportunities for personal and professional growth. Even in progressive societies, women are often expected to balance careers and family life without adequate support systems such as affordable childcare or paid maternity leave. These barriers make it difficult for women to thrive, as they are constantly forced to make sacrifices that men are rarely expected to make. Women also face an unspoken pressure to always be resilient. When they encounter challenges, they are expected to handle them gracefully, without complaining or showing signs of struggle. This unrealistic expectation makes it difficult for women to seek help when they need it. If a woman speaks out about the unfair treatment she faces, she risks being dismissed or ridiculed. If she asks for support, she may be seen as weak or incapable. These societal attitudes discourage women from advocating for themselves, leading them to internalize their struggles rather than seeking solutions. In many cases, women are told that their struggles are not as serious as they make them seem. If they talk about workplace discrimination, they are told to stop complaining. If they bring up the emotional labor they carry in relationships, they are told that it is just a part of life. If they express exhaustion from managing multiple roles, they are told that women have always done this, so they should too. These dismissive responses make women feel unheard and invalidated. Instead of being encouraged to share their experiences, they are often met with resistance, making them question whether their struggles are even real. This leads to a dangerous cycle where women continue to suffer in silence, believing that they are supposed to endure without support or recognition. The truth is that every woman deserves to be supported, appreciated, and valued. They should not have to fight to be seen. They should not have to prove their worth over and over again. Yet the reality is that many women spend their lives giving to others while receiving little in return. They lift others up, yet they themselves are left feeling invisible. They love deeply, yet they are often met with indifference. They work hard, yet their achievements are constantly questioned. This struggle for recognition is one of the most painful experiences a woman can go through, leaving her wondering if she will ever truly be acknowledged for all that she does. Women are strong, but strength does not mean they should be ignored. They deserve to have their voices heard, their efforts acknowledged, and their emotions validated. They should not have to carry the weight of the world alone. True progress will only happen when society stops expecting women to endure quietly and starts recognizing their worth, not just in words, but in actions. Every woman deserves to know that she is valued, that her struggles matter, and that she is never alone in this fight. One of the worst feelings for a woman is experiencing deep loneliness, even when surrounded by people. Loneliness is not just about physical isolation. It is about emotional and psychological disconnection, the feeling that no one truly understands or cares for her. Many women go through life feeling as if they are invisible, unheard, or emotionally abandoned, despite playing important roles in their families, friendships, and workplaces. They are expected to be strong, independent, and nurturing. Yet when they need support, they often find themselves alone. Loneliness can come from strained relationships, lack of emotional connection, societal pressures, or even personal insecurities. It creeps in silently, making a woman feel as if she does not truly belong anywhere, even when she is surrounded by people who are supposed to care. One of the most painful aspects of loneliness is when it occurs within relationships. Many women feel lonely in their marriages or romantic partnerships because they lack true emotional intimacy. They may have a partner who is physically present but emotionally distant, leaving them feeling unseen and unloved. They may try to communicate their feelings only to be dismissed or misunderstood. Over time, this emotional neglect leads to silent suffering, where they go through the motions of daily life while feeling completely alone inside. A woman may smile, cook meals, take care of responsibilities, and fulfill every expectation, yet her heart may ache for genuine affection and understanding. The loneliness that comes from being in a relationship yet feeling emotionally disconnected is one of the most painful experiences a woman can endure. Loneliness also extends to friendships. Many women invest deeply in their friendships, offering support, advice, and companionship. yet they may not receive the same effort in return. A woman may be the one who always reaches out first, who checks on others, who listens when her friends need someone to talk to. But when she needs the same care and attention, she may find that no one is truly there for her. This imbalance can be heartbreaking, making her question whether she truly has meaningful friendships or if she's just someone people turn to when they need something. She may begin to withdraw, feeling like she is always the giver but never the receiver, leading to a deep sense of isolation. Family dynamics can also contribute to loneliness. Women who grow up in unsupportive or dysfunctional families often struggle with feelings of isolation, even in adulthood. A woman who has never received emotional warmth from her parents may struggle to feel loved in other relationships. A woman who has always been the responsible one in her family may feel like she has no one to turn to when she needs help. In some cases, family members may dismiss her feelings, telling her she is too sensitive or that she should just be grateful for what she has. This lack of emotional support within the family can create a deep void, making her feel as though she does not have a true home where she can be herself without judgment. Society also plays a significant role in a woman's loneliness. Women are often expected to balance multiple roles: career, motherhood, relationships, and personal growth, all while maintaining an image of perfection. The pressure to always have everything under control leaves little room for vulnerability. Many women feel they cannot openly express their struggles without being judged. If a mother admits she is exhausted and overwhelmed, she risks being seen as ungrateful or weak. If a professional woman admits she is struggling, she may be told that she simply needs to work harder. Because of these societal expectations, many women put on a brave face while secretly feeling disconnected and alone. Another layer of loneliness comes from personal insecurities and self-doubt. A woman who has been repeatedly criticized, rejected, or hurt in the past may struggle to open up to others. She may fear that if she reveals her true self, she will be judged or abandoned. As a result, she builds emotional walls, keeping others at a distance to protect herself from potential pain. While this may provide temporary safety, it also deepens her loneliness, as she longs for deep connections but does not know how to trust others with her emotions. The loneliness that women experience can also be amplified by life transitions. As they move through different stages of life, they may feel disconnected from the people around them. A woman who becomes a mother may feel isolated from her friends who do not have children. A woman who goes through a divorce may feel like she no longer fits into social circles she once belonged to. A woman who advances in her career may find it difficult to relate to those who do not understand her ambition. These transitions, while natural, can make a woman feel as though she is drifting further away from meaningful connections, leaving her feeling isolated even in a crowded world. In modern times, social media has added a new dimension to loneliness. While it offers a way to connect with others, it also creates a false illusion of togetherness. Many women scroll through their feeds, seeing images of happy families, successful careers, and perfect relationships, only to feel even more alone in comparison. They may start believing that everyone else has deep, meaningful connections while they are the only ones struggling. This comparison can intensify feelings of loneliness, making them feel as though they are not measuring up to societal expectations of happiness and fulfillment. Loneliness is one of the most painful experiences a woman can go through because it affects every aspect of her life. It can lead to feelings of worthlessness, anxiety, and depression, making it difficult to find joy even in things she once loved. It can make her question her value in relationships, in her career, and in her own existence. Many women who feel deeply lonely do not talk about it because they fear being judged or dismissed. They continue to function in their daily lives, smiling when expected, fulfilling their responsibilities, and pretending everything is fine. But deep inside, they long for someone to truly see them, to genuinely ask how they are doing, and to remind them that they are not alone. A woman's loneliness is often invisible to those around her. She may be the one who always seems strong, the one who takes care of others, the one who appears to have everything together. But beneath that exterior, she may be struggling with an emptiness that no one can see. The truth is that every woman deserves to feel connected, valued, and supported. She should not have to carry the weight of her loneliness alone. She deserves meaningful relationships where she is heard, where she is appreciated, and where she can be her true self without fear of judgment. Every woman deserves to know that she is not alone, that her emotions matter, and that she is worthy of love and connection. Women should not have to live their lives under the weight of unrealistic expectations, constant scrutiny, and silent struggles. They deserve to be seen, heard, and valued for who they truly are, not just for how well they conform to society's demands. Every woman should have the freedom to make choices without fear of judgment, to pursue her dreams without limitations, and to be loved and respected for more than just her sacrifices. It is time to break the cycle of unspoken pain and unacknowledged struggles. It is time to create a world where women are not just expected to endure, but are empowered to thrive. A world where their contributions are recognized, their voices are amplified, and their individuality is celebrated. Because the worst feeling for a woman should never be feeling invisible, unappreciated, or trapped. It should be knowing that she is limitless, powerful, and worthy of everything she dreams of.